96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
This morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is Friday the 3rd of November 2023 and you are on the clock with Erin Greene on this Sports Friday with Mr. Eric Sawyer III. I am awaiting Mr. Sawyer's arrival. I've got lots of NFL questions. The season is heating up. It's an exciting season so far. We're halfway through, so I'm excited for that conversation. We've got some local sports news. But let's do some housekeeping to start the show. Let me start with this announcement, particularly to the three us who won the Rotary Club of East Nassau Old School Boat Cruise Trick-or-Treat tickets for the boat cruise tonight. That has been postponed. A new date has not been set yet. Let me just confirm. I don't see a new date on the announcement, but you can check regularly the Rotary Club of East Nassau website, rcen.org. That's rcen.org for updates on the new date for the event. This weather is something else. We can just assume that it's a weather-related delay. There's a whole, I don't know where you are on the island right now, but where I live, we've had a whole tropical storm for 2 days. We've had a whole tropical storm for 2 days. And all I could do is pray for people who have begun their backyard garden farms, pray that all the blossoms hold, and your crops are successful. Let's go on to the Sand Dollar Live Read. The holiday season is approaching, and there's no better time than the present to start sprucing up your home. CBS Bahamas has everything you need and more. Plus, they now proudly accept Sand Dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar. When you pay in Sand Dollar anywhere over the next few weeks, I encourage you to hold on to your receipt because the Sand Dollar Adoption Unit at the Central Bank has some exciting rebate promotions coming soon. This message is brought to you by the Sand Dollar Adoption Unit. Here's another little piece of advice. Don't just save your receipts, but take a picture of the receipt before the ink fades and tag the picture with all of the important information like the receipt number, the date, etc. That way you have a clear image that you're going to upload or present for your possible rebate. Another quick note, the James Siston Heritage Affair Committee is having a grill and chill tomorrow in Jailali, opposite Mortimer's Candy. 12 to 6 p.m. I spent plenty of years in James Siston in the summer. It's affectionately known as the home of the mosquito. I don't know what they're going to have on the grill, but I hope they have some of them big mosquito from James Siston Salt Pond. They you'll bring some of them up to Nassau. Let us grill and chill them. A good time will be had by all. I just want to everybody's talking about it. SBF found guilty. Faces 110 years in prison. That's a Sports Friday, so we're not really going to get into it. Plus, my Rowan partner is not here. Rowan, the number one sport in the Bahamas, he's not here. So it's no fun to talk about this. But Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of the now collapsed FTX cryptocurrency exchange, who relocated to the Bahamas and was recently put on trial for defrauding his customers out of billions of dollars, was yesterday convicted in a New York court of 7 counts of fraud and conspiracy. The 31-year-old faces a maximum sentence of 110 years in prison. Another quick note, Gibson drops out of PLP chairman race. We'll talk about this soon, maybe Monday. Alma Adams dies at 74. The former senator has died. And we say condolences to her friends and family. It's very sad news. And then a quick note. I heard that the Speaker of the House apologized this morning. But I was about to ask, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. And I was going to ask her, who was she complaining to? See, because if you complaining to your colleagues about it, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Complain, do that. Because you don't sit in the cabinet, do you? I don't think you sit in the cabinet, so you get to complain. In fact, some of us, we rely, we hope, we have great expectation that you would use whatever power you have available to you to represent the people. So I'm glad that she called to apologize, because we will complain. We will complain, we will protest, and hopefully somebody will file a petition, somebody will use the court. We will complain until the Prime Minister lives up to his words in his October 4th, 2022 statement that these price increases are just a temporary measure, a short-term temporary measure. We will complain until we are presented with a new or continued part 2 of the schedule of increases and decreases. Please note the last scheduled period to February 2024, the rate does not return to what it was prior to October 2022. We will continue to complain. And anytime you say any trite foolishness, like it seems we've reached a point where people want their power on 100% of the time, we will complain, because perhaps you don't know how electricity works. It only works if it's on 100% of the time. You are not providing the service if it's not on. Yeah? Technically, that's how it works, sir. Same thing with communication services. They don't work if they're not on 100% of the time. Well, simple sign. So we will continue to complain until those who provide services can provide them, until those who are governing can govern. We're going to continue to complain. That's our job. And if you were reading the Constitution like you should do, then you'd know we're obligated to do that. I mean, Halloween is over. There's no need for this trickery anymore. There's a problem at BPL, and we will complain. We will continue complaining until somebody in the government service, politician or policymaker or public service member, starts making sense about the debacle at BPL. When I predicted an Alstom 2.0 and an Alstom 3.0, people laughed. It says being ridiculous. Utterly ludicrous and ridiculous, facetious even. But here we are, with the Speaker of the House having to apologize for saying out loud that she's tired of people complaining about their BPL bills. Let's get into some sports news. First story of the day, United in Sports, a golden jubilee. Sports Heritage Month is here, and the Ministry of Sports and Youth and Culture is looking forward to inducting its latest Hall of Famers, selecting its outstanding athletes, teams, and coaches, as well as staging a number of other activities to bring the community together. The highlight of the month will be the National Sports Awards that will take place on the lawn of the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, when 12 new members of the National Sports Hall of Fame will be. I didn't check the weather report for the Bahamas this weekend, although I did check the weather report for Frankfurt, Germany this weekend, because I want to know why the Chiefs insisted on playing the Bills in Frankfurt, Germany this weekend, but we're going to get to that story. I imagine that there will be a change in the plans, because this event is going to take place on the lawn at the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and Culture at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. Here are the 12 people, the new members of the Hall of Fame. Former longtime Bahamas Olympic Committee executive Lawrence Davis for basketball, former Bahamas Football Association President Anton Seeley for soccer, Olympian Alan Murray for swimming, businessman Craig Flowers for golf, Coach Peter Pratt for track and field, legendary Mark Knowles for tennis, Irvin Taylor for cricket, Bahamas Softball Federation President Jenny Isaacs Dotson for volleyball, Grand Bahamian Yvonne Lockhart for softball, multi-talented James Sam Ironman Brown for cycling, veteran Bahamas Boxing Commissioner Fernley Palmer for boxing. James Sam Ironman Brown for cycling. James Sam Ironman Brown will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year for cycling. They will also be presenting awards for the male and female junior high school student athlete of the year, junior and senior national secondary athletic school of the year, national team of the year, tourism impact award, sportsmanship award, male and female senior high school student athlete of the year, Community Sports Award, Olympic Committee Award, Tourism Ambassador Award, Minister of Sports Award for Excellence, Male and Female Family Island School Student Athlete of the Year, Family Island Coach of the Year, National Coach of the Year, Levan Sands Courage Award, Prime Minister Award for National Pride, Male and Female Collegiate Athlete of the Year, Youth National Team of the Year, Federation of the Year, Male and Female Athletes of the Year with Disability and Sports League of the Year. Also on Saturday, starting at 9 a.m., there will be a celebrity golf tournament at the Bahamas Golf Federation's driving range, and a public service softball tournament at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex. A number of other activities, including a church service starting at 11 a.m., total body reset fitness classes that start on Monday, November 6th at 6 p.m., tennis, volleyball, and softball tournaments, and a fun run walk sports health fair. That's a full schedule of events. I'm most impressed by the public service opening their public service week with a softball tournament. That's awesome. In fact, they enjoyed the softball games at the Blue Hill Sporting Complex on Saturday morning in the lead up to the launch of the week. The theme for the week is One Nation, One People, Our Public Service. The special week slow pitch co-ed softball tournament will take place again on November 4th, the semifinals and championship. Participating teams span a number of government departments and agencies. The tournament included participation by disabled members of the civil service who are asked to throw out the first pitch at the beginning of each new game. This is awesome. Then you all have to play a round of beep ball. You got to play a round of beep ball with some of our disabled countrymen and let them show you all how the game is played.
I can show you what beat ball is. You know what beat ball is?
I
What beat ball is.
I
You know what
do,
beat
but
ball is?
I do, sir. But my first time,
When the Chiefs play in the Saudis.
'Cause I was about to say, I already saw it when the 49ers dropped a little bit in the standings.
Yeah, man,
You're-
slightly.
You're number 2 in your division now.
What I now know, I realize, and I'm glad that I realize this now, early in the season, is that Deebo Samuel is that much a linchpin to our offense.
Is that the guy y'all just got traded into you?
No. The guy that came in, that's Chase Young. That's the defensive guy. Deebo
Okay.
Samuel was out with a hairline fracture of his shoulder from the first quarter of the Cleveland game. We lost the Cleveland game. We then lost the Minnesota Viking game. And then subsequently, we lost to, of course, Joe Burrow. Him and Patrick Mahomes, they some babyface assassins, son. If Kirk Cousins could do what he did to us, imagine Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had been to the Super Bowl. You know what it takes to beat Patrick Mahomes in order to get there. So,
So you certain this streak is because of an injured player?
This is just a fallacy. Don't worry about it. Don't
Okay.
hurt your head.
Because I've been following this
We
guy
have a bye
named...
week this week, and the great thing is, on my bye week, my team is not playing, and my birthday is on Sunday, so I get to chill out.
Cake.
Ice cream.
Cake.
So I get to chill out and relax and watch everybody else's team play, and hope for no injuries.
And
for their team.
look what they did for you.
Yes.
How many games you could watch this Sunday? You could,
All.
live from 9 to 80 a.m.
All the red zone will be on.
Chiefs and Dolphins.
Chiefs and Sardians.
Anyway, look here. Let's finish off the local sports.
By the way, there was a guy that called Friday and said that he don't like the disrespect that I call in his team the Sardians and blah blah blah. And I said my nine is losing. You're the Sardian. Call in, man. Call in. Let's talk, because I hear now. You had so much to say last Friday. I heard what you had to say, though. I was off the island. I heard what you had to say. I want to see you, brother. Call me, man.
The numbers to call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 242-300-5720. And, of course, the text line 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Mr. Sawyer. Okay. Producer, can you turn down the mic a bit? In the break, Texter, in the next break, I will adjust the sound.
Oh, my voice a little harder.
No, it's me. I think it's my mic. It's my mic. Okay, so I got a text here. Oh, so it isn't that Brock Purdy is not a QB who can win without a particular player missing.
Brock Purdy is indeed, for all intents and purposes, this is indeed his rookie year. Like last year, he stepped in, did phenomenally well. They now have tape on him. I understand that. You can see what it is that he's about now. Purdy is the future Joe Montana of the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
He is the truth.
That's big, bold talk.
He is
But
the
listen,
truth.
I got plenty NFL stories. Let me swing back to
Yeah,
the local
go on.
news. Just some quick highlights. First, Sumner receives gold award at CAC Championships. That's in the Nassau Guardian. Just a quick note. Sumner is a former president of the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation, now the Bodybuilding Wellness and Fitness Federation. And the gold award that he was presented with at the Golden Anniversary 50th International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness is the most prestigious award that could be obtained regionally in the sport. The Bahamas won 9 medals at those championships, including 4 gold, and also had a pro card winner. Sumner is the first Bahamian to serve on the executive board of CACBBFF, reaching as high as vice president, and also served as president of the Antilles region. Another quick celebratory note, another story, top sailor Spencer making some waves. This was in the Nassau Tribune. Spencer Cartwright made a name for himself on the waters and will now look to make his mark as an assistant coach for the Brown University sailing team. The 4-time Bahamas National Optimist Champion was immersed in the sport since his start at the Bahamas Sailing Association at 8 years old. And upon culminating his pursuit of a bachelor's degree in engineering along with a mathematics minor, he achieved the 2022 College Sailing All-American Open Skipper and 2022 All-New England Intercollegiate Sailing Association First Team Skipper honors. This boy It's just bad.
He walking on water.
And let me tell you something about engineering and mathematics. When you got to figure out how to tack the boat, that's all mathematics.
See, let me tell you something. I know none of what you speak of.
Don't worry. The most important thing,
And I am happy to learn it.
the most important thing I learned in sailing classes in England was how not to capsize the boat. Instructor straight in the eye and tell him, buddy, I from the Bahamas. You gonna teach us how to not capsize the boat.
Yeah. That's most important.
I don't want to get how to capsize the boat stuck in my head.
That's success 101. First class of success. How to not capsize the boat.
Our guy Lucius has another teammate. I mean, they ain't playing on the same team, but another teammate. Eric Bain to represent the Bahamas
Good first
at
name.
first ever Pan Am Esports Championships. This is in the Nassau Tribune. Bahamian
Okay.
Eric Bain will represent the Bahamas. This was today? Yesterday. This is
What's today? The 3rd.
Yeah, I don't know why I put the 3rd on this story. Anyway, this was
Okay,
in
yesterday.
yesterday's paper. He is set to compete at the Pan American Esports Championships in Santiago, Chile, in eFootball. The competition began day before yesterday or today for contestants vying for the eFootball 2024 and Dota 2 esports titles, and is slated to continue until November 4th at the National Stadium Park. Bain will be the first Bahamian to compete at this event. The hosts more than 120 esports athletes from 25 plus countries competing in the open and women's categories. The gaming extravaganza began with a GE festival on October 21st, which celebrated the entire culture and community of esports. The championships will run along with the 19th Pan American Games, which wrap up on November 5th. We're branching out.
Which wraps up on my birthday.
There you go.
Okay, that's how you should say it. Not November
Sorry,
5th.
which
just
wraps
so-
up on Cake Day, Ice
Right.
Cream and Cake
Cake Day.
Day.
Uh-huh.
We are celebrating already. And I just want to point out that Bahamas is well suited to host international e-sporting tournaments.
Oh, yeah, man. You just need a couple of good couch. You know?
You talking about, you know who I know have a couple of good couch?
Good duckless.
The boy them with the good AC.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
big
man.
hotels
Yeah,
with the
man.
good AC.
Yeah, with the good AC.
Right? We could build a tourism product, build a sporting
Yeah,
product,
man.
and
Yeah, man.
create an avenue for young people who trying to figure out, what am I doing? In my brain, I'm in the 21st century, but in my country, so the young people now.
People are paid to play games now, you know, and paid handily.
Yes.
You know,
Good
jokey
stuff.
money.
All right, quick. We got to get
Yeah.
to NFL. Mingos Soccer wins 2-match tour in South Florida. This is the first time they've gone out and won all the games in the campaign.
That's good. That's good.
They did
That's
really
good. On the
well.
way up, future national team members, I hope.
Yeah, man. They knocked off United International College 3-1, and then they took on Fort Lauderdale University. 8-2 win over Fort Lauderdale University, and they highlighting midfielder Ronaldo Greene. He turned in another hat trick for the Mingos.
A hat trick means 3 goals in one game, by the way. But go
Now,
on.
guess what? That's what I always thought. There's some countries in the world that, and I think they're really Latin-speaking countries, that say a hat trick is 3 goals in the same half.
Yeah.
They're a
They
little
do say
stricter
that.
than just the same
They do
game.
say- yeah.
I think that's they talking to us in the West.
Yeah.
They saying y'all getting good, but you can't be as good as us.
Right. Because they still keep it with the old tradition.
Yeah. But congratulations to the Mingos. Women's national soccer team in scoreless draw with USVI. They finished 0-0 in an away game at Bethlehem Soccer Complex over the weekend. Both see of the CONCACAF Women's Road to Gold Cup standings, but have earned 1 point apiece. And the rematch will be played at home in the Bahamas November 29th.
Okay.
I put in the cake in the freezer half, so I'll have
So you
it
can have that to eat
for when
then.
we win.
Yeah.
All right. Career night for Aiden. It's not scoring as much, but it's beautiful.
Listen, he's now in a place of comfort because he just can play ball.
And he grabbing rebounds.
And
blocks. He got the
And
second
blocks,
he's the season record for blocks so far. I mean,
Yeah.
we early in the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, he has early in the
Take it
season. Yeah.
and take all the balls.
Yeah.
Take them, knock them out there. But that's that fire.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the grit.
Yeah, I think it's finally. I think he's actually upset that he's not going to have the opportunity to vie for a championship this year because being traded from the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean the Suns are one of the championship contending teams this year. Let's just be
They
honest.
got the roster.
And the Blazers are not.
Yeah.
You know, Dame Dollar's no longer there. Who he out there? Jeremy Grant and him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. They destined to have a nice high draft pick on day one of the NBA draft next year.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a lottery pick, but definitely a high draft pick.
So you got to remember to turn that sort of anger into fuel.
Right.
Don't rest on it and sink into it like quicksand. Turn
Right,
it into
'cause
fuel.
Who knows? They might do a mid-season trade for you as well. You know,
Yeah.
another contending team. just might
Especially
need
if you play hard
If
enough.
you're playing hard now, you know, you got to play hard from now till February and see where it goes. You never
Well,
know.
I would like to say to Aiden, you got to put some Rodman on it.
Yeah.
Just got to put some
Yeah,
Rodman
just
on it.
sprinkle a little Rodman on it.
And you good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Rugby World Cup 2023 finals. We didn't get to talk about it last week.
Uh-huh.
That's cool. I get it. I am also very disappointed. South Africa got beat out New Zealand. I pulled for the All Blacks. It's the Haka.
Yeah, the All Blacks is New Zealand.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Haka. 11-12. South Africa beat them out by 1 point. In the bronze match, England beat out Argentina by 3 points, 26-23.
Argentina has put together a rugby team that is contending for at least a bronze medal in the world
Yeah,
rugby games. Excellent.
rugby getting big, man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's always
Excellent.
been big, but
Yeah,
it's more and more countries are
And now
stepping up.
participating. Yeah. Just like NFL flag football now. Sorry, flag football now
Mm-hmm.
is now an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
You know, officially.
Wow.
Just giving the U.S. another gold medal.
I mean,
Because I don't think any other country ready for them as yet.
in flag football.
We close. We close.
And what a wonderful opportunity we have with the developmental league starting
Exactly.
in the Bahamas. Okay.
Speaking
Yes,
of
sir?
flag football, you know, I was told to let you know from last week, you know, because you know I wasn't in last week. The vice president of the flag football league, Mr. Travis Thompson, said to just kindly let her know that flag football has been in the Bahamas and not just kicking off, you know, but with the NFL coming in now, it's like almost like flag football, you know.
Well, you know,
It's just-
and Mr. Thompson, I know because I've
That's
been
just
covering.
getting started now. Yeah,
I've been covering the games.
Yeah, and he's currently a part of the reigning and defending champion team for Nassau. I think it's the Ravens. Somebody correct me. Travis, correct me if I'm wrong. I forget your name, Jared.
See, I only bitter because by the time the league got going, my knees done left. You know,
Yeah. Yes,
my
he-
knees set up.
Yeah.
But the opportunities that arise now with the NFL connection, right? We've got this space where you don't require that intensive play. Football, pads, concussion risks, right? Flag football is sort of equally intense without the contact.
Right.
And
Right.
it's such a great
Like it-
opportunity to start a professional career.
It's definitely for athletes. You know, it's not a sport like, you know, golf.
Yeah, it's ain't pocket.
Yeah. You're the same ballgame, and golf. Let me not say that for somebody get down on me now. I'm saying fat people can play golf.
Yeah.
Not necessarily big-boned people can play golf.
Size Andrews people could play golf.
Right.
And you
They
don't have
just
to
don't-
run from the hole. See,
Right.
you want to make golf a real competitive sport, you got to race
Right.
from one hole to the next, and the speed is taken account, and then we
Exactly.
diminish points.
Like, the only thing about golf is you have to walk. You have to stand and walk all day. That's it when you're in tournament.
And
That's it.
if you hit the ball, I like to say kick it right, because with that swing, that's like you kick that ball, right?
Yeah,
if you
no,
kick that
develop,
ball
yeah.
way out the boundary, you can run and go get that, and you can get penalized if you go beyond the time.
Right.
Yeah, I think that
Just hurry up. Said it.
Mr. Craig Flowers, let's get a competitive golf league. I mean, a real proper sweating.
He already getting awarded, so yeah.
Yeah. And he so graciously accepted the award, right?
That's good.
He's like, listen, I just am glad to be recognized for my contribution to the sport. Okay, week 8. Let's go through it. Well, in fact, producer, let's go to a break. Let me adjust the volume on the mic. Let me give Mr. Sawyer a moment to compose himself. Because the 49ers are 5-3, and the Dolphins are 6-2.
Sardians.
And we waiting on a German Christmas miracle this Sunday. We're going to a break. You're on the clock with Erin Greene on the Sports Friday with Mr. Eric Sawyer III. We'll be right back. Beulah, gal, can you believe this? We are now the patrol queens of the neighborhood.
We now large and in charge. So we need to check out what's going on in everybody's yard. What about that gun that we know that Junior and his homeboys just ran out? Can we report that too?
Of course we can.
But we could be in deep trouble if they find out.
We need to report what we see, Beulah. When you call Crime Stoppers, they just answer your call in Miami.
So then we can report everything? Guns, where they hiding the drugs, who shoot who part of which gang, or who disturbing the peace with the loud music and the motorcycles.
Then our neighborhood will be the best in the Bahamas, and everybody gonna want to come live here. And then our house price will go up, gal.
So what we waiting on? What's the number?
If you see something, say something. Let us all pitch in and stop the crime before it's your time. Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands. Or text us through the Crack Crime Bahamas app. Stop the crime before it's your time.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. Buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, DeGregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Want to reach your Grand Bahama customers? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827 rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Nassau Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
Good morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Let me throw these numbers out again. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, and 242-300-5720 for people in the Family Islands. Text line 422-GR96. That's 422-4796.
Before you get there, let me just say really quickly.
Yes, sir.
I had the privilege of meeting one Mr. Conrad Wilberg. He
Okay.
is the headmaster at Old Bike High School in Cat Island.
Okay, morning, sir.
He listens to you every day.
Awesome.
I met
Thank
him
you.
and his family this weekend,
Uh-huh.
and he said to tell you hello. He said to tell you great job.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Wilberg. How are you, sir?
Good morning. Good morning to Cat Island. Okay, now, back to the Sardines and the 49ers. Did I tell you that the 49ers are now 5-3 and the Dolphins are 6-2?
Yeah.
I just want to remind the audience that
Yeah.
I don't mind him calling the Dolphins the Sardines because sardines is my favorite breakfast.
But who did the Sardians beat? And who did they lose to?
Okay, so they beat the Patriots.
Okay, the Patriots were also beaten by the girls 38-3.
Ooh, 38-3.
We beat the girls 42-10.
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
Who did we
What
beat
doing?
70-20?
The Broncos.
I mean,
on, man.
see, if it was the Panthers, I'd have been like, cool, I could take that bruising.
You know, but the Sardians beat the Panthers the other day too.
I know. We good. That's how I know we go win the Super Bowl. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning. I was waiting for him to come on the show. We're calling the Dolphins Sardine. Let me explain something to you, my brother. Let me explain something to you. You are now 0-3 for the last 3 games. I want you to talk that. 0-3. And the so-called Sardines, who you call them the Sardines, the Dolphins, let me explain something to you. The Dolphins playing all NFL teams. Are you playing NFL teams? Talk to me, my brother. I'm listening.
Good. Good morning, sir. Boy, listen to me. Boy, I chomping the
Talk to
bits
me.
to get to
I'm
you.
listening.
The reason why we losing is because we don't have Debo Samuel and Trent Williams on the left side is also not there.
Y'all have Brock Purdy. Y'all have McCaffrey.
When y'all lost to the Bills, all I heard from Saudi and fans is, "Oh, listen, but we injured this, that, next thing." Why it is whenever y'all losing, right? There's an excuse. When y'all got beat from who beat y'all?
I'd rather be a Saudi and be 6-2 than to be a 49er and be 5-3 and down 0-3 for the last 3 games.
3 games is nothing. We play meaningful games in January. When last y'all play a meaningful game in January? Late January.
Caller, I read in this article, say this eye-popping Chase Claypool, right? And it says, since trading Chase Claypool, the Bears are 2-1 and were 0-13 with him. The Dolphins were 5-1 before activating him and are 0-1 since activating him. Now, this is the 25th of October, so that doesn't include the last game.
Right, the last game.
The Steelers were 2-6 with him and are 11-4 since trading him. He's won 2 games in the last 2 seasons and 0 in a year. They send this boy Chase Claypool to the Dolphins to try and destroy us. Is he really that bad, or is it just the poor chemistry with his trades?
I believe it's the poor chemistry.
Okay.
I truly believe so. I can agree with him there. Chase Claypool is a top shelf wide receiver. He's a big wide receiver, which is what the Dolphins need when they got to get 3rd and 7, and Tyreek Hill is doubled.
That's your backup.
Waddle, of course, have a bad back from last season.
No. I don't want you to concentrate on Waddle and Tyreek Hill in our place. I want you to talk to me about the 0-3 team. Talk to me about
the 0-3 team in the last 3 weeks. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's discuss the fact that we do have ourselves some injuries. I don't hear nothing about how the Eagles beat y'all and y'all was looking for calls from the refs, Because guess what? If y'all could have scored 70 points on the Broncos, score 70 points on the Eagles. Beat the Eagles so that way the refs ain't got to have no say in how y'all lost the game.
But we 6-2. What's the Eagles' record?
Hey, 7-1.
Yeah, they the best.
7-1.
They the best in the league.
7-1. 7-1. Go look it up.
And what's your record?
5-3.
Thank you. So you shouldn't even be talking. So
but listen to me. But this is the first time y'all been 6-2 in 23 years. I can talk. Because y'all ain't used to success.
Hold on, Mr. Soy. Caller.
Yes, ma'am.
Our game is Sunday morning, 9:30.
All the bars can be open there.
So
I
had to first ask the question, why are we playing at 9:30? The next question is, why the Chiefs think that taking the Dolphins to Germany in the cold weather could give them a better chance of beating us.
Because every time the Saudis play in cold weather, they lose. And they are not a cold weather team.
Well, it doesn't matter. I believe it's an even playing ground, and that's fine with me. I'm good with that. Tyreek Hill could still run on snow. He could run on air. It doesn't matter.
Boy,
you understand?
Well, you got plenty faith in that little short boy that somebody knock him cross.
See, because I could see the Chiefs saying, I'd rather play the Dolphins than the Lions. I could see the Chiefs saying that. We'd rather play the Dolphins than the Lions.
But the Chiefs already played the Lions and got beat from the Lions.
Why wouldn't they want to play the Bears? That seems like an easy win.
Aaron, you know what I want you to do for me, please?
Yes, sir.
I want you to bring him back Monday morning. Bring him back Monday morning. I don't want to give it no time for the air to get out of him, because I know all the air can go. I want some of that air in him so I could let it up on Monday morning. Bring him back Monday morning.
Thank you.
I am being texted right now saying that his nickname is the Mystery Dolphin.
Okay. Well, Mr. Mystery Dolphin,
have
a wonderful day, and I hope to hear from you on Monday.
All right, I will.
All right. Blessings. Quick text in.
And I also get in text asking to ask him when he can pay Naughty. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if they have a bet going on Naughty show. I don't know. They must have something going on.
They must do. That's Naughty. Oh my goodness, that's Naughty at 4 to 6. Mm-hmm. The 4 to 6 hour. These guys, they are football heads. They got leagues. They got leagues. They got fantasy leagues. They got real leagues. These by them don't take this sport lightly. Let's go to this caller. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Erin Greene.
Morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine. Morning, Sawyer boy.
Hey, morning. Oh, by the way, I supposed to tell you, Sawyer, the Sawyer boy that you guys know from the radio is my cousin, right? So whenever you say Sawyer boy, he's get phone calls saying, how you on one radio station and run into the next to be on the same show? I'm Eric Sawyer, and he's Sawyer boy. You see what I said? So
I know you on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
I know his voice, Sawyer boy. I saw him on Facebook all the time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I cool. Listen.
Yay.
I hear you picking up my dolphin, right? You got that cake here, right?
He can have the
Imagine-
cake on Sunday.
Yeah. You might just bring that cake by me. Because we better not game.
Which game?
What game? We play Sunday?
How we can prepare to play in the cold?
Huh?
How we can prepare to play in the cold?
They can get beat in the cold just like they get beat
There
in
may not be
Philadelphia in the
there may
cold.
not be snow, but it could be cold.
Well, we beat people. Sawyer boy, we beat people in the snow many of times.
But y'all just get beat in the cold weather from Philadelphia the other day. Y'all just get beat.
Well, we don't go by the past, you know.
Oh yeah. So why we always
Go by
talking
the
about
past.
the unbeaten season?
We stay in the
Y'all
present.
stay in the past.
We stay in the-
Y'all live in the past.
We
All
stay
right.
in the 6-6-1.
Pumpkin Eater, other than the Chiefs and Dolphins game, what's your next game? What game you have to watch this weekend? I looking at the Eagles versus the Cowboys. Last week was
that can be a
a
game.
I like the Cowboys.
last week was a weird week as well. A lot of wins that I didn't expect, a lot of losses that I didn't expect. I didn't expect
I
the
didn't
Cowboys.
expect the Cowboys to have such a lopsided win.
Yeah, I didn't
Right.
expect
I wasn't
them to be.
expecting that at all.
But Erin, before I go, we gotta talk about the Wednesday next week. It's hot.
No
It's
man,
hot
we could talk about that on Monday.
And hot like the Dolphins.
Hey,
Hot like the
Okay.
sardines, we get it right, yeah?
with plenty pepper, onion, lime, and salt, Mr. Sawyer. Okay, another win I didn't expect last week: Panthers versus Texans. I didn't expect
the
Panthers to win a
but
game.
I glad that they did win. I glad that Bryce Young finally has himself one NFL victory. You know, because C.J. Stroud has been he has himself a better roster, a better coach right now at this time because their coach, D'Amico Ryans, our former defensive coordinator, can get men to play. He inspires men.
All right.
He was a former linebacker in the NFL, so he knows the preparation, he knows the training, he knows the injuries, he knows exactly what it takes to get out there on the field every single Sunday and play football. So he has those guys chomping the bit, man. You know, I like what I see out of Houston. Although I missed D'Amico, yeah, because Steve Wilkes, boy, he's a defensive back coach who was then promoted to defensive coordinator. So our defense has changed a bit. Hopefully now, with the addition of Chase Young, they realize, listen, pressure the quarterback will make mistakes, and our cornerbacks, which are not as strong as some other teams' cornerbacks, will be able to get picks that way. But to put them out there on an island and say, just pass the ball, we can run a prevent defense, we can run a cover two, and hope for the best, it ain't working out because you're just saying it get picks against, like, A.J. Brown. We got the Eagles in week 13. It's a big wide receiver. He bigger than any cornerback we have. So
Yeah.
just throw the ball up in the vicinity, and he can go get it.
Yeah.
That's not going to bode well for us if you just sit back and let someone like Hurts pick us apart.
Yeah. I
You see,
get that.
and we have the Jaguars coming up in a minute. Their quarterback is top of our defense anyway. We have to rush the quarterback.
Yeah, and where did that go? What?
I don't understand. 5-0, we rushing the quarterback all of a sudden, but you drop back and you letting Kirk Cousins, no offense against the Viking fans, but Kirk Cousins,
Yeah.
who's scared to play in prime time games.
And whose record
his
is
whole
4-4.
career. You let him beat us?
So look here.
Condolences to all Viking fans on the loss of Kirk Cousins, though, because he tore his ACL last Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he out. He's out for
he
okay.
out.
Cardinals holding that 1-7 spot.
Yeah, they traded Josh Dobbs, their starting QB, because I think Mr. Murray, Kyler Murray, is
Yeah.
going to be back, because he was injured.
Okay.
And they traded him to the Vikings, because the Vikings, of course, need a quarterback now, because Kirk Cousins is gone for the
Yeah,
year.
okay.
So they traded him there to be a backup, because they have their starting quarterback, who's a rookie, who passed for negative yards in relief of Kirk Cousins last week. So, he'll see like 2 drives on Sunday. Yeah.
That
let's
sounds
get
like me
Dobbs in
playing
there.
football, man. That sounds like me playing
Yeah.
football. Okay. So 49ers on the bye week.
Yes, we're
Broncos
resting.
on the bye week.
Yes.
But
Get the
Jay-
Jaguars on the bye week, too.
With your injuries, I figured it's a great time for bye week for the 49ers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Broncos 3-5. They need to regroup halfway through the season.
When the Broncos season finished, they beat the Chiefs. That's their Super Bowl. They beat the Chiefs last Sunday. That's their Super Bowl.
And that's it. Lions, though, 6-2. Jaguars, 6-2. They're on their bye week. Is this a smart decision? Is now the time for those two teams to take a break? Will they generate more momentum, or will they lose what they have in the tank right now?
But the Lions need to realize, listen, you got spanked by the Ravens. The Ravens are by far and large a better team than you. And nobody speaks about the Ravens. The Ravens sneakily are also 6-2.
Yeah.
That's a good team.
Well, look at both
good
of them,
team.
Lions and the Ravens, just sitting under the radar.
People talk about the Lions because their coach is a bit loud. See, the coach for the Ravens don't say nothing much. He has a Super Bowl ring, and he beat us in the Super Bowl, 10 years ago. Has a place the Sardians have never been since 1985. A place that the Cowgirls have never
If
been
it wasn't this day
since
on the weekend,
1995.
and I really want cake.
So just wanted to let you guys know. You guys are the like when you look at futility in the dictionary, it's a picture of sardines and cowgirls.
Mr. Sawyer, let me read this text and remind you to have a generous spirit. The text says, shout out to Spencer, QC Comments all the way, and to you and Eric. Glad to hear the comments in the house doing great things. You went to QC for 7 minutes?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's there. I'm always glad to say that the win streak of the SOC Big Red Machine was snapped by the Queen's College Conference. The win streak, the BISS win streak?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. 2016.
Yeah, we just had to snap it.
Shout out to their coach,
You don't have to exceed you. You just need to stop the run.
Yeah, just stop the run. I was glad to see that.
This text is for you. I'm a female and I don't follow football, but I know that the Dolphins ain't with their name.
Good. See that right there?
In the spirit
Good.
of balance and gender equality, that's your rights, miss. I can't be mad at you.
I am glad to hear that she knows that the Sardians aren't worth
I just need you
their
to know
weight in feathers.
You ain't hiding me the way you may be hiding these other people, because whenever you call them the sardines, I think that's right. Salt and lime and pepper, onion,
Well,
baby,
listen,
plenty onion.
I just get them so upset. I build in condos in y'all head, boy. Y'all just take with me every week when y'all teams lose to the better teams. The Sardines cannot beat a good team. They lost to the Bills. They lost to the Eagles. You beat the Broncos and the Panthers.
Here's what the beauty of it is. The Eagles and who else?
And the Bills.
And the Bills, they may not make it to the Super Bowl. We may not have to play them in the Super Bowl. That's the beauty of this league, is that we may not have to play them.
I know you won't have to play them because you ain't going to the Super Bowl.
match up with the 49ers? I didn't go through the rest of the
49ers on one conference and the Sardines.
They ain't playing each other this year.
No, not this
until
year.
playoffs.
Where
we have to
there's no playing us in the playoffs.
Quickly.
There's no playing us in the playoffs.
Good morning, caller. Oh, wait.
Mr. Nuri just get away with calling them sardine,
Listen.
That ain't Mr. Nuri.
No. That's Mr. Sawyer the third.
That's Mr. Sawyer. But you just get away with calling them sardine. Sardine is a big-time fish.
Yes.
There's pilchers, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's the one time when you know why I cut you. In your heart of hearts, you know why I cut you.
Yes, Sparky. Way to go, buddy. Way to go.
You catch one, Sparky. Okay. Again, let's go through the rundown for Week 9. Last night, Steelers and Titans.
That was a good defensive game.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Steelers won,
Steelers
20-16. They ain't back, but they finally have found their running game. A few good third down completions from Kenny Pickett last night.
Yeah.
Especially on that last drive, and the defense stood up at the end of the game.
All right.
Defense stood up, and they bend it, they didn't break.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Chiefs versus Dolphins in Germany. It is the 4th out of 5 international games to be played this season. The first 3 were in London.
Yeah.
That's the music. Oh, we are at the end.
I'm also looking forward to the Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen game. Bills and Bengals playing on Sunday night.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
All right, I can tune into that one.
There's only 3 games with major quarterback play.
Okay.
That's the Chiefs and Sardines, the Eagles and the Girls, and the Bills and Bengals.
Right there. All right, those are 3 games to tune into.
Everybody else have second-year QBs, rookie QBs, backup QBs, because a bunch of QBs are injured at this time.
It's time for them to develop their running games. I'm wondering, where has the running game gone in NFL football? Because you know me, one thing I like to do,
anymore, man.
I like to run out, buddy. This has been a run out and rowing Friday, focused on Bahamian sports and sports tourism, and of course the NFL. We had some rugby results. Congratulations to all the Bahamians doing big things
Always.
in the world.
Always. Aquamarine and gold and black is
Representing
just
that.
representing that.
Absolutely. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. I don't know if this is an actual tropical storm, but where I live, it has not stopped blowing for 48 hours. You guys be safe out there. Be safe
Yes,
on the
yeah,
waters.
yeah.
In fact, stay off the
Stay
waters.
off the water.
Have a great weekend.